Hey, what's going on, y'all? It's your boy El Huicho, also Lou, whatever you want to call me here. But I want to talk about today why 90% of Americans fail at learning Spanish. So the main deal is that when you're learning a language, you have to have a purpose, an actual objective to learn a language. You see, when we were in school and we learned Spanish, we didn't really have an actual objective per se. It was more kind of like you learn phrases, you kind of learn some how to conjugate. I mean, which is good, right? But you have to ask yourself, why do you really want to learn Spanish? Is it to travel, meet people, business, find love, all these different things, right? When you have that clear focus in mind, it gets you through a lot of stuff. And another thing is you also have to have an actual program and an actual curriculum, the proper way to learn Spanish. Because see, in school, how we're taught is not how we really learn. How we actually learn is you acquire the language. It's how you learn a language, you have to acquire, you have to use it, you have to practice it. And what I want to help you guys with, I want to help you learn certain, like, I'll get an example. I want to help you learn the right way. So, for example, right, when I took like Duolingo and like courses on like courses and stuff like that, they really only kind of taught like phrases like "Cómo está?" "Dónde está el baño?" Things like that, right? But really, what you want to know things like, okay, I don't speak any Spanish, no hablo español, or hay una personas aquí que hablan español. I mean, que hablan inglés, right? Any people here that speak English for me? How do I get to the train? Cómo puedo llegar a estación de tren? Like things like that. That's things you need to know. You need to know why you're saying things. You need to know how to say them. That's the real kicker. That's how you turn that switch on to actually open your brain up and download information on what you need to know and how to speak Spanish. Because trust me, man, I never thought I'd be able to speak Spanish. And I'm telling you, it doesn't matter how old you are, it doesn't matter, where you're from, things like that. Like mostly I'm kind of geared toward English speakers. If you can understand this video, you definitely are an English speaker. So I'm mostly kind of geared toward English speakers because I know being an English speaker, I can relate things. I can communicate certain things to you that will help you transition and learn Spanish properly, or the way to get into your brain. You gotta have an objective, guys. You gotta have a purpose. You have to have an actual curriculum. And you gotta have the right teacher, right? Spanish is not. It's not. There's millions of people speak Spanish, guys. If people have learned Spanish. I learned Spanish. It is not impossible. It's just that you may have, like I said before, you may have taken a bunch of, like me. I'm gonna talk about me specifically, especialmente. I'm talking about me especially, right? That I took Spanish in school and it just didn't really work out. I just was learning. I made A's or whatever, but it wasn't like when I arrived in Mexico, I couldn't speak Spanish. All I knew was uno, dos, tres, hola, como está, like stuff like that. But I didn't learn anything properly, right? You want to know things like in a taxi, right? If you're in a Spanish speaking country, you want to be able to communicate with the taxi driver to get where you want to go. That's some important stuff, right? Left, izquierda, right, derecha, sigue derecho, straight ahead, atrás, backward, stuff like that. Por la derecha, turn here. Por está aquí, here, things like that. Over there. That's the things you want to learn. You want to learn things like that. These are like critical things you want to know. It's communication, not memorization. Right? You want to be the goal is to communicate in Spanish. Once you have that in your mind and you understand what you're really doing, it's not test taking. It's no grading today. You're building up to proficiency. This is a skill set. All languages are skills. Right? I want you all to understand that. Speaking a language is a skill set. And the way you acquire a skill set is the same way. Practice, right curriculum, right teach, all that stuff. So, guys, if you really want to learn Spanish, if you want to communicate with me, I'll have like a free strategy call. I'll put it in the link in the description box below. You could book a call with me. We could talk, see what you need, see how to help you, see what you've done. I want to really help you guys out, man. I want to see where you guys are stuck at because I want to help people out because I know how hard it was for me speaking Spanish, learning Spanish, and I want you to avoid all the I mean, you're gonna make mistakes, right? You're never gonna avoid mistakes in life, but I want to save you time, right? I want to save you time. I want to make sure you get the knowledge you want, and then by the time you're done, you won't even need me anymore, right? You're gonna get to the point in Spanish where you can ask Spanish speakers certain questions, right? You can say, "Cómo se dice esta?" Or you can point and use other words to like communicate, and then it's gonna be beautiful. Then it's gonna be the world as your teacher. You won't even need me no more. You know what I mean? That's what I want you to get to. I don't want you to be dependent on me. I want you to learn, be done, learn Spanish, and be on with your life, and just have a beautiful, amazing life. So, like I said, guys, hit the link in the description box below if you want to communicate with me. Have a strategy call. We'll see what you're going. See if we can help you out, and we'll catch you guys on the next one.